What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So as we slowly approach summertime and E3 creeps closer and closer to us, the hype is slowly starting to build for a Pokemon Switch announcement. There's been a lot of rumors floating around, and an idea that seems to be agreed upon by most of the community is that we will be seeing a region based somewhere in Europe such as Spain or Italy. Now, whether it be just a general feeling or due to a little bit of evidence in the Pokemon movie, for instance, that's what most people seem to think is going to happen. And as such, we're going to use this to count down a list of the top 5 new Pokemon for Generation 8. Reason I say this is because where a region is based on has everything to do with the Pokemon that inhabit it, and while we can't say for sure that Europe is where Gen 8 will take place, it seems decently likely, and countries such as Spain and Italy have been thrown around as possible candidates, so for the purpose of this video, that is what we're going to go with. Now that we've got all the formalities out of the way though, let's get into the list. The first pick I have here is going to be a wolf Pokemon. Now this might seem like kind of a basic pick, but the wolf is actually the official, unofficial national animal of Italy, and I think it would be cool to see a wolf Pokemon in Gen 8 if they did it in a way we haven't really seen before. Now, the likelihood of something like this happening does come a bit into question for me, just because we just barely had Lycanroc in Gen 7, but wolves and dogs are some of the most common animals in the world, so naturally it wouldn't be a big deal to have one in Gen 8, especially if it has some local significance. Like I said, however, if they do this, I do want it to be a non-standard sort of way of doing it, and that's why I'd personally like to see an Ice-type wolf, maybe even a little more akin to a Husky, like these guys by Really Dark and Windy on DeviantArt. I think a wolf Pokemon fits that sweet spot of something that's recognizable by everyone, but still also has some significance to the local culture of the region, and I think it'd be a great fit if we get a region based on or around Italy. For number 4 on the list, I would really like to see an Ibex Pokemon. An Ibex is a type of goat that lives all across Europe and the European Alps, including Italy, which was one of our hypothetical region inspirations. The obvious thing that makes the Ibex stand out are its huge horns, and I feel like this unique appearance could really make for a great Pokemon design, such as this one from the Phoenix Dex Fakemon website. An Ibex Pokemon has a lot of potential type-wise too, as you could legitimately make it a normal, rock, ground, dark, fighting, or even an ice type, which adds a lot of potential to the possibility of an Ibex Pokemon. The only reason why this one is lower on the list is because we might already have a Pokemon that is at least somewhat inspired by the Ibex, and that's Go-Goat. Go-Goat comes from the France-based Kalos region where Ibexes also live, and while having traits of more domestic goats as well as rams, it does have those long horns much like the Ibex. Even still, however, I think it would be phenomenal to have a more pure, straight-up Ibex Pokemon in Generation 8, because they could certainly still take it in a much different direction than Go-Goat, and there's multiple ways they could make it insanely awesome. The next pick is one of those animals that's basically a Pokemon already, and that would be a Pokemon based on the Jeanette, if that's how you pronounce it. Now, I really couldn't find any good fan art of a Jeanette Fakemon, but for crying out loud, this thing is like a cat combined with a lemur. It's got such a unique look to it, and I think it would make for an amazing Pokemon that would fit really well in this type of setting. Now, this guy is more of an African animal, but the common Jeanette, as it's known, does inhabit Europe in the Iberian Peninsula, which includes Spain, so if we do get a Spain-based region, a Jeanette Pokemon is a must. It honestly could be the standard mammal Pokemon of the region, it could be a rare elusive type Pokemon, it could be a late game type of Pokemon, it could fill so many different roles in this region's Pokedex, and I know Game Freak could give it an amazing design, so if we do get a Spain region, this is one I am really going to be hoping for. Coming in second is a Pokemon that I feel like I'd have to work into my channel somehow if it actually happened, and that would be a Hoopoe Pokemon. Now, Hoopos are found all across Europe, including our 2 hypothetical region countries, and once again, much like the other picks on this list, I feel like the unique look of this animal could make for an amazing Pokemon. As you can see, Hoopos have long beaks and feathers on their head that can fan out and stick straight up. In addition to that, their bodies have a cool color scheme, and the stripe pattern on their feathers kind of looks like how a Pokemon would be colorized already. Now, a Hoopo Pokemon could probably take the role of any bird Pokemon in the decks, but I think it would be really cool to see this as the starting bird Pokemon of the region, and look somewhat like this design by Devious Pixel on DeviantArt. I can see a Pokemon based on the Hoopo going from cute and cool looking to absolutely majestic by the time it's done evolving, and I could see it getting a cool dual typing as well, similar to the fire flying typing we saw Talonflame get in Gen 6. You know, the more you look into it, the more you can see the vast amounts of potential these two countries have as Pokemon regions, and a Hoopo Pokemon is something that would be absolutely amazing to see come to life. Now, number 1 is kinda like a change of pace from most of the list, because while a lot of these picks I praised for their uniqueness, this pick is about as standard as they come. Now, what could I be talking about, you might ask? Well, I'm talking about a bull Pokemon. Despite its rather mundane status as the basis for a Pokemon, there's a few reasons why it's my number 1 pick. The first is the likelihood. If we get a region based on Spain, you can practically book it right now that we will get a bull Pokemon. Yeah, it is the national animal of Spain, but the real reason why we can be so certain is because of the classic running of the Bulls event. This is an event held in Spain every year, and it has become very well known worldwide, and is honestly too big a deal to not feature with an event or a Pokemon if we do get a Spain-based region. In addition to how likely it is, I feel like this unique event could give Game Freak the chance to create a unique twist on a rather basic idea for a Pokemon, and a unique twist like this design by Smiley Fakemon is exactly what I would like to see. Yes, this is a pre-evolved form, but this is also a bulldog Pokemon, which is pure genius, so I don't want to hear any complaining. Would this actually work in a Spain-based region though? Maybe not exactly, but I feel like it's an example of the creativity Game Freak could have with a Pokemon like this, and I certainly look forward to seeing what happens if we ended up getting a Spain-based region. So there we have it. I really do hope we see Generation 8 take place somewhere in Europe, because as we saw in this video, there is so much potential in terms of new Pokemon, and it would just be awesome in general to explore a region based on this area. If you guys enjoyed the video though, be sure to give it a like and let me know what other European animals or things you'd like to see be made into Pokemon, especially if you live in Europe yourself. Finally, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet for more Pokemon content every week, and even more Pokemon Switch content as we get closer to an official announcement. Anyways, with all of that being said though, I will be back with another video very soon, so until then, as always, I will smell you guys later.